Halal HaWah. Forcibly commanding a positive thought is the difference between life and death. Forcibly commanding a positive thought, man. Sometimes you might be in the mucks and the mires, man. Your day starting all kind of ways. Things are happening. Somebody spilled a bowl of soup. It's going crazy. You don't know how you gonna manage this financial situation. You got some health, situations going on with you or somebody you care about. You got deadlines, man. You got goals, man. You got your own just personal self-worth and self-value that you need to attain to, your fitness. You know, you might be beating yourself over the head, just feeling like you've been slacking on this or that, man. And you got all these negative thoughts, man. And you driving and you like, forcibly commanding a positive thought is a difference between life and death. Because anything you're thinking about, they say for over 7 seconds, you start to manifest. If you're in that loop of destruction, sometimes even if it's all bad, you want to switch your energy flow up, you know what I'm saying? Real quick, real righteous, like, man, just force yourself to think positive, man. Command your mind. Command your mind. Allow why. I'm, you know, digging out. I'm digging on all this with y'all, man. I'm digging on unicorns right now, man. I see unicorns. It's the first time I saw this China right here, though. Interested. They got China right here. Come on, boss. Is this a body bag for the illusion? Hold up, man. It's the Chinese sea. Well, they do say that the Chinese celebrate. This is a map of America, man, showing the King Henry, right? 1500s. They do say the Chinese sail upon this sea, man, which connects right into the mainland of America. And they got this big red letters here, Cathay, Cathay. And it says the Great Khan of China, because China is Cathay. China is Marco Polo's name for Cathay, or Cathay is his name for China. It also says India and Japan. And this is a fire dragon. Let's not ignore the dragon. And the Naga's dancing in Florida. And the Naga's in Tierra Fuego in Antarctica, which could just be South America at this point, because it's everything below. But according to them, you worshiping devils. But they're the ones slaughtering everything in their path, right? The devil likes to call you a devil. That's crazy. So, yeah, here's the strait to which leads from us to Cathay. Isles full of savage, man. They cross it through the Caribbean. They getting attacked, so they're calling you savage, man. Devils, carrots. Yeah. Chinese, Cathay, Cathay. Hong Kong. And now you see the China right here, right in your face bowl. All this work, man. I mean, they don't really point to this stuff on maps these days, right? And ain't no ice on Antarctica's chest bone, and we're gonna talk some Antarctica, but check it, man. I mean, so they telling me that this is California. And we would think to get to China, like if I was gonna take an airplane, right, that I gotta fly this way, right? I gotta go this way. I would think. I would think. But I guess, hey, you know, they'll take the Pacific shortcut. But look how close China is to this particular mainland. And what's this, right? I don't ever hear about people chilling on all this land over here. I don't hear about them buying land over here. I just don't hear about it. I mean, I hear about like Baja, California, but yeah, I mean, that'd be I guess it's lower California, I mean, but you don't hear about this. You hear about like Catalina Island off of Long Beach and different islands, but this ain't that, right? What is this, right? So it's a couple mysteries, but look, they put it right here, connected to China, damn near, right? Over a narrow passage, and this is their Kinsei region, and you hear about a lot of this in the Mongol history, and this is the monkey. This the same monkey that we got on the India Superior map, except look where's monkey. Got him, boss. China, boss. This is 1548 Castaldi. Let's go. And why would an ice wall be fuego? Things that make you go, I'm going to say, my Naga, you got to forcibly command a positive thought once in a while, man. It's a difference between life and death. I mean, I'm talking about the frequency, you know what I mean? Um, Silent weapons, quiet wars, man. You got energy vampires. You got people trying to pull you in all kind of directions, and they want to see you explode and go crazy, man. But you give yourself a positive thought. Just force one in there, and just repeat that a couple times, and get yourself out that low vibration, man. Because we in China, boss. Drop's going through this with y'all. I'm going through it with y'all. Got all kinds of things going on, all kinds of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And I know how it feels to go through things when it don't feel like nothing's going your way, boss. Like nothing's going your way. You know what I mean? Small things are so difficult. You know what I mean? And, hey, out to all my cons waiting for the reconstruction. No, not the recon. Hey, shout out to the reconstruction, man. We're going to, you know what I'm saying, get all these packs back up in our drop shop on a new website, man. So, the water Managas, because this is what we building, man. It's a lot going on behind the scenes, building up this website, getting our brand new 432 app, right? We got a frequency of learning app for the homeschoolers and getting our curriculums together. Like things are moving, even when you don't see it, man. Just pray for a night, man, because it's a lot. We got the Solbone podcast being launched. You know what I'm saying? I got back to my writing flow, man. So I just wrote a movie. I just wrote a random movie. It ain't got a bunch of drop in it. It's just a good character piece, man. But it's just a fun movie. It's an urban thriller. I just had a fun time just, writing a project from beginning to end, man. Character development, plot twists, and, just basic writer stuff, man. So that I can start tuning up for Nagaville or Nagaville TV series, man. Because we're going to start putting all this real drop into, you know what I mean, dialogue form. Like it's gonna be real Nagas having these type of dialogue, talking about this. Oh man, you think you from Africa? He really talking about it. So, I'm just getting my writing chops going again, man. But that's where we going again. Love to my Naga natural by law, man. You talking about the end game, man. It's really getting the visuals and then getting this knowledge, this flow, this water circulated to the highest torrent, man, to the higher spiral, man. So we doing it, man. And like I was going to say, all my knock is on the reconglomerate, man. Or the conglomerate. Press the pack with all 146 full videos. My knock, I can't even begin to explain the torment they've been trying to put me through with these flash drives. They've been sending me the wrong ones, 4 or 5 times, man. Just I'm trying to get the ones with the 256 gigabytes so I can get all the storage space. I keep getting, what I mean, just different versions of the style, the design I want. I had to switch companies a bunch of times. My Nagas, I just apologize for the long delay, but just know I'm going to put something on top. Drop's going to put something on top, man. I'm going to make sure my Nagas is hooked up for a long time, man, for rocking with the con. So if you got on that for 45, my Naga, I still will be getting back to y'all. Now that things, what I mean, I can see the light. I can see the light. I got my Naga, I got a strong team, man. So this is what we're doing really behind the scenes is team building, so we don't got these type of things. Really learning how to do our own flash drive, so I ain't got to wait for these manufacturers no more. So if you supported that conglomerate pack with 146 Prestor full-length Prestor videos for only $45 for the flash drive, and it's a dual port which plugs into your laptop and your phone. I don't know if it's every phone, but you know what I'm saying, we're going to test them out. And I appreciate y'all for that. And those will go up because they cost a lot to get, and we want to make sure we support our land and our flow. So but yeah, all my noggins that took advantage of that for 45 when we first dropped it, I really appreciate that. And I appreciate y'all. And I will be hooking y'all up, man. Big time, man. I mean, we're going to do a nice little package flow for y'all, man, because I really appreciate that. So I finally got the real ones that I need. And I'm putting out the data on them now. And it takes a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But my naga is worth it to have the entire Prestor John investigation, the conglomerate pack. You know what I'm saying, on your flash drive, on your keychain, you know what I mean, on your necklace, man, however you're going to flow. You got the full investigation. You got all the books. You got all the links. You got all the drop, man. The maps. You got all the drops. So it's a lot of drops, a lot of data, but these are our, like we said, our time capsules. We put our information in and we got them on flash drives. So we're going to keep updating them. I got to go back through the ether packs and re-release those because they take down links and stuff. But love to my Aqua Tracy Let. She PDF so many documents for us so we don't have to worry about them taking down the link no more. We just got the PDF. So I'm just filling y'all in on what I'm catching up on. I got emails to catch up on. I know, and I appreciate y'all. And I thank the water for your patience. We got a strong team, but we still building. It's not a lot of us, man. It's a lot going on, and we still got our land to take care of. We still got a fence to build. We still got all our checkpoints to hit. We got a brand new radio flow, man. Right? Continuing our fifth wave, man. We're gonna pick it up right in the middle of the fifth wave still. Because we still got to have a proper dismount for the fifth wave. So just a whole team of reconners dropping that drop, reading these books to you. We're getting all this together. My Naga, Solbone podcast, everything popping off. And it's for you. It's for the cons. It's to be, sure that we've done everything, man, to get all the information out, all the dropout, and as many platforms and ways and flows. You know what I'm saying? Slicing and dicing through Hijack City, man, making it entertaining, making it fun, having a great time, man, and really having this being secured at the same time. So shout out to the IT team, man, because as they rebuild our websites, they are insecure, you know, servers, and then they're fully looked over. You know what I'm saying? They're not over here being hijacked by Hijack City. So it took us a while to get here, but we're here. And as we rise up, as we all come, just know we're doing it together. And sometimes you got to forcibly, um, command a positive thought, just one positive thought at a time, man. And, command your thoughts, man. Like, get the evil wild beast out your head bone, right? Get the evil wild beast out your head. Get those wild, evil thoughts up out of there and guard your gates. Your thoughts are important. Your thoughts manifest. Matter of fact, we about to get some drop on the mind frequency, man. Why not? This is a classic drop. I appreciate y'all. I even had to change screen recorders like 8, 9 times, man. 12 times. Like, I've been recording drop. It been getting deleted. Like, it's been frustrating. But like I said, forcibly command a positive thought, man. So y'all with me, I'm with y'all. Just know I'm making good on everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And you already made good on me, man. So y'all don't owe me nothing, man. I just appreciate y'all because, you don't have to be here. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be expanding your mind bone, getting your mind blasted, man, with this water. But we're doing it together. We've done it together, man. So top of the soul. Where's China? Where's Cathay? Katan. So, I'm having a good time looking for unicorns, and just saying that they have connected China, to basically to America. This is California. This is China. Are you serious? Is you serious? I didn't know we could just pop out to China like that. Did y'all? And with the Marco Polo called China, Cathay, right? So now here's the unicorn. Remember the unicorn? And it reminded me of this second address flow. Let's just flow, man. We flowing, all right. We flowing. Arsarinth, right? It reminds us of the second address flow. I always think about the Con Dizzle 50, man. Shout out to the Con. J Law, what he do? Yeah, man. Arsarinth, man. Dizzle loves second address, man. So, every time I think second address, man, I think about Dizzle 50, man. What it do, Con. But you see Israel right here, tribe of Israel, tribe of Israel. What does tribe of Israel got to do with unicorn? And specifically, what's it got to do with Alicorn? And what's it got to do with this Mangi tartaria going on here? You see this tartar flow? What does Israel got to do with Grand Tartaria? Yeah. Well, as you see, Alicorn is, they get kind of specific. It's not just unicorn, man. Man, I mean, let's see, man. I'm just seeing what Google got to say, right? So, now it says the word alicorn has multiple meanings, right? So the word alicorn comes from the Italian word alicorno, meaning unicorn. So we could just be talking unicorn. Cool, cool. It also refers to the horn of a unicorn. Okay, okay. Legendary object that was believed to have healing powers. So we hear about in the scriptures like a horn of my salvation, the horn, like we hear this horn a lot, whether it's a unicorn horn, dragon horn, we don't know. But when I think unicorns and mystical things, I I combine that with the dragon flow. I think that's just another way of having a dragon identity. You're flying around, you got magical powers, you know what I mean? Wing unicorn, okay, in literature and media. An alicorn is a winged unicorn, also known as a pegacorn or like a Pegasus type thing. Okay, flying unicorn, Unisys, Unipeg. Alicorns are often depicted with the wings of a Pegasus, horn of a unicorn. Okay, okay, all right. Sometimes portrayed as evil, just like the dragons, just like angels can be good and bad, right? Okay, okay. Now here's where I start popping off, because I am a My Little Pony fan, and I don't care what none of y'all got to say about it. I grew up on My Little Pony. Yeah, I got a big sister, man. She liked the show. I like the show. My Little Pony and Care Bears, man. Y'all can't tell me nothing about My Little Pony and Care Bears, man. So My Little Pony got an alicorn, and this alicorn is an immortal pony. See, now we're getting a little deeper into this healingness, these powers. And in this case, it's immortal. The alicorn is immortal. The alicorn is immortal. Okay, okay. So the alicorn is immortal. Wings, horn, magic of earth ponies, Pegasus, and unicorns. So it's not just a unicorn. It's a super unicorn. It got all the magic of the earth, the wind. It got all the elements, right? The Pegasus, the unicorn. It got all the flow. It got the fire, the water. Okay. Any pony can become an alicorn by accomplishing an impressive feat, usually involving magic. So a unicorn can choose up, ether up, and become an alicorn. An alicorn. Okay. Now this, we still talking archery, right? First, let's keep talking unicorn for a second, because unicorn got a lot of biblical connections. They have different translations for them. Sometimes they mean a unicorn. Sometimes they don't really mean unicorn. So use your discernment. This is from Gershine.wordpress, following my recent post about dragons and mermaids in the Bible. Today I want to explore another subject that has to do with mythical beasts, the symbolism of horns and unicorn in Judaism. If you thought the unicorns are just honor members of a much later medieval bestiary, you will be surprised to know that the King James Bible used the word unicorn no less than 6 times. So if you want to look deeper into this, you got Numbers 23, you got Numbers 24, you got Job 39, Psalms 29, Psalms 92. Although surprisingly, other versions of the Bible translate the word as ox or wild ox. See, this is when they get you, just like they do the dragon. Sometimes they'll translate it as a whale. Well, They'll say, like Jonah and the whale is really Jonah with the dragon, like Leviathan will be called a giant whale to them. So a unicorn or a re'im will be called an ox or a wild ox or anything with an horn, horned animals. The problem is that these oxes seem to have a single horn, as implied by a text we recite twice every Shabbat. You raise my horn like that of a triumphant ox or unicorn. So they got us lost in translations talking about ox when we got a unicorn. So these are the questions, and they're unicorns, or are there unicorns in the Bible? And do we read the metaphor of raising somebody's horn? How do we read the metaphor of raising somebody's horn in Jewish or Hebrew? So the Hebrew word usually translated as unicorn is re'im, a term of uncertain meaning. So, you know, the jury's out, right? So it's wide open as to when we see re'im, are we talking unicorn, alicorn, or ox, giant ox. So G. Dennis defines the re'im as a mythical giant ox-like animal with horns or perhaps a single horn. All right, and then they got the rabbinic literature. The Jewish myth tells us about these unicorns, very strong and agile. The re'im is so big that its horn touches the clouds. So now we know we're talking mystical, magical. The horn touches the clouds, and its droppings can dam the River Jordan. When it takes a deuce, damn. So the Re'im was created on the sixth day of creation. That is, at the same time that the divine created human beings, and the rest of the animals not included on the fifth day. Apparently, the legend says that there are only two Re'imim, plural Arim, at a time. There's only two unicorns at a time, and they only mate every 70 years. What y'all think? Is it something? Is it nothing? After mating, the female Re'im kills the male. Oh, I know, sisters like, what? Come on, sisters. The female kills the male. Goodness gracious. The pair gestate, the next pair gestate in the female for at least 12 years. And then the female dies while giving birth. It is said that King David inadvertently mistook a re'im for a mountain and climbed on it. What? It is said, I guess this is maybe a fragment that they're getting somewhere, that King David climbed a mountain, but it was really a unicorn, and he climbed on it. I'm still trying to, okay, so I guess that's the order, man. I guess this 70-year thing. Didn't David live 70 years? Was it 70, 72? But after mating, I guess that's the order, man. Just like the Leviathan. You know what, man? This sounds like the Leviathan flow. This sounds like the Leviathan flow. Y'all remember how HaWah said, with the Behemoth and the Leviathan, how, like they had to take each other out. Only, one or two of them could live at a time because they're so huge. You know what I'm saying? So are we talking about the Leviathans and that they have a horn, like a dragon, like a sea dragon with the horn? Because it's the same story. Because it's only HaWah said, it has a male and female. And then does the female kill the male? The male, one of them dies. And, you know what I'm saying? Then they got to always keep it that way because the earth ain't big enough for both of them. And in this case, legend says that there are only two. And after they mate, they become one because the earth ain't big enough for both of them. And then she gives birth. Just look up the Leviathan being my whole sacred text. Look up the sacred text on it. Of course, the biblical and rabbinic legends about the Re'im are later conflated with popular beliefs about unicorns in medieval writings. Okay, so we just digging on it. Then, the later, First, it was talked about with this King David situation. I mean, King David climbed on it. So you see that there's a connection with unicorns or Re'im or dragons and King David. And then later they go into their connections with this Re'im situation uh, and JC. I'll leave a link, man. I'll leave a link. I ain't gonna go deep into the JC talk on it, but you know, this is what they do. But remember, Christ just means anointed. So don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Christos just means anointed one, chosen one, right? The chosen one, the anointed one. So don't get bugged out, Just know we're talking anointed one, and they just told you who was really climbing on the Re'im, King David. We already know that King David is, the anointed one, right? The Psalms. Hold on, man. Psalms 89, right? Psalms 89, right? Firstborn son. So they have to remix their New Testament into some anointedness. But we know that the covenant I have sworn unto David, forever I will establish thy seed and build up thy throne to all generations. Yeah. I'm talking to my chosen. I'm talking to the firstborn bond. Because Dawi, he was anointed with that oil. With my holy oil have I anointed him. What does Christ mean? Anointed one, right? Like the one shepherd. Like the one shepherd. Ezekiel flow, Ezekiel. One shepherd. Come on, man. All right. We're going to get it how we get it. My servant David will be king over them, and they will all have one shepherd. So when we talk anointed one, we're still talking Kandawi. We're still talking David. However, you want to translate it, you know what I'm saying? So we don't get thrown off when they try to flip it. When they try to flip it on us into this Christus business with this unicorn flow. We know that when we see a unicorn on a map, it has to do with the tribes of Israel directly by seed. And that Christ in the New Testament ain't got no seed connection with Israel. And if the prophets are saying that this shepherd, is coming out the loins of Judah, right? If Genesis is saying that the scepter would never depart from Judah, and this is why they got to keep tying themselves into David and Judah, tribe of Israel. And this Alicorn is a very interesting placement when you look at the Strait of Antioch and you read second address. Because you already know Antioch, Anan ben David, everything we've been digging on in the Prestor flow. You already know this. But is this what they are describing? This, year and a half of, trudging through, crossing this, moving here, going here, going here, going here, a few months here, a couple months here, to get to this place called Azareth. Tribes of Israel. Crossing some narrow path. I mean, what does it say? Second address. Love the dizzle fitted. Let's get it. Let's just get it. Let's go right to it. So the tribe is crossing a narrow river or narrow waterway. These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king. We're going to get some Hosea. Whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the water. I said the water. And so came they into another land. So let's go. All right, let's just keep going. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where they never where never mankind dwelt. And this is where a lot of camps, they try to use this and say, see, you was in Africa, boss, and then they took you over the Atlantic in slave boats to America. See, that's called conjecture. That's called just putting in your narrative. All it says is that they carried them over water. It doesn't say which ocean or what river, what sea. But we do know that they counseled among themselves that they would leave the multitude of these heathen. Because remember, they were carried over by Salmanazar. So they said, man, we got to get away from these heathen and go into a further country where none of these hijacks, because we're talking mankind. This don't say that no man has ever dwelled in, or no human, or mankind, right? No hijacks have been there, man. That they may keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. So they want a KTC. Now you want a KTC. See, none of this would have been happening if we was in code, but now you want to code up. So is this describing this, going over the waterness, when we look at this perspective, this is just a dragonfly perspective. This is just an investigation. You know what I'm saying? Instead of crossing this way, did they cross through the Pacific situation? And it's crazy how close it all is here. Instead of all this here, like the Pacific. That's interesting, man. This is it's an interesting map. Because we hear about Lemuria or the land of Mu being in the Pacific side. And I keep asking what this is. You know what I'm saying? And what's this got to do with the Mu? You feel me? But to get to China, you just know you're already here. Okay. So what's it got to do with crossing the Strait of Antioch and getting to a place called Arsaret? And they entered into the Euphrates by narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and he held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely 1.5 years. Okay. And the same region is called Arsa. Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, the highest shall stay the springs of the stream again, that they may go through. Therefore sawest thou the multitude with peace. That region is called Arsaret, boss. Okay. I'm just saying there's Arsaret on the map, Israel on the map, and an Alicorn super unicorn on the map. That they say King David stood on one thinking it was a mountain before, right? We just read that. Just got the drop. So they got, their drops. The same way they flip this unicorn flow, they also flip this Tierra flow, right? Like we said, the Tierra Fuego. But did you know there was a unicorn tartaria? So, what does this tar have to do with things? We just saw the tartaria over there. What is the tartaria? When I think tartaria, I start thinking Tarzan the who? Tarzan the wow. You might be like, Drive, what's this all got to do with America, boss? You look at the map and tell me, man, take your blinders off. Tell me what all this land connecting to South America has to do with America. I'll wait. This ain't no America no more. What's it got to do with the gateways about this piece? Huh? What's it got to do with the gateways? And what's it got to do with Tarzan? Tarzan the who? Tarzan the what? Tarzan the wow. And look at wow. Wowee. I mean, can we confirm at least this general vicinity? Can we get a separate cartographer to substantiate the claim that there can be riverways up out of here connected with South America, boss? Tarzan. Who? All right, so let's go back to the other side. Let's go to South America, boss. Okay, here we go. And again, just like this map, when you get to South America, you see Tierra de Fuego. What is Fuego, man? You know what I mean? Hold up. Fuego meaning? I mean, just for my noggins in the back. Fire, passion. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm sticking with fire on this one. I'm sticking with fire. So when we see Tierra de Fuego on the map, it's the land of fire. Fire what? Fire breathing dragons. Remember, this is a fire drink. It's a fire dragon. You think they're just putting tigers and dragons and it's mythological, man? Tierra de Fuego. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that's Fuego or not. But I don't see no ice, but I do see Fuego everywhere. Fuego. Everywhere, Fuego. Ain't no cap over here. So do we see any waterways going out around to the left and right of South America, right? So we see this waterway here. You can leave up out here, go to another world, my night. You can skate past the wall here. Oh, there's an opening, a gateway, a window. You can go out this way. And yeah, I can't confirm or deny the man-mades. The man-mades. I don't know what's going on. And who these peoples is, we need a translator. We need a translator. But there are two gateways left and right. And this is, again, confirmed on the Tarzan to flow. Love to Sakal. Why not? Aki Sakal, what it do? And here you see to the left and right of South America waterway. So don't say it's play when we got David Rumsey giving us the same flow. Con, and again, don't say it's play when you see Terrazonta somewhere connected with the Pacific. So if I go out, you know what I'm saying, really straight down, if I'm in Cali and I just come straight down, I'm gonna hit Tarzanta. And you say, well, why is that important? Why is it labeled Tarzanta on a place that's supposed to be all ice, but we don't see no ice on Antarctica's chest bone? What does it mean, Tarzanta? What does it mean? We just getting some basics, man. We back, man. We popping up. You forgot? You forgot what this is, man? Holy land. Tarzanta's holy ground. Don't discount this out your head bone, man. They said that something here is holy ground. What is beneath the ice, man? When there wasn't no ice on Antarctica's chest bone. What is holy about this Antarctica situation that they call Fuego, fire? And if I'm going off of basic orientation, then if I go straight down from here, like middle North America, I'm gonna hit this region, right? Let's look again. Let's look again. Let's get some orientation pies and orientation enchiladas, boss. So to hit Tarzanta, right? You see California right here. California, go straight down. Khalifa goes straight down. And this is why you had the High Amazon Queen stationed in Antarctica popping off. This is holy ground, man. And it's also guarding the gateways. I said to guard the gateway to your mind bone. Well, the high queens, they're guarding the gateways. Guard the gates, Miss Lauren Hill, pop off, aqua. Go straight down Cali to get to Tarzan. So if I go here, and we got Cali. Uh-huh. Not only do we got California, but you got the red Vermilion, the Red Sea. So don't say it ain't got nothing to do with Israel and Moshe and Meshe and Mexico and the Mexican. When we got the Red Sea right here connecting with the Khan Khalifa. And let's go straight down, right? Okay, we're gonna run into some boats. Okay. What they guarding? Some type of sea creature here? What's it guarding? What's this dragon guarding? He says, hold up, which way you trying to go, boss? You keep going straight down. Here it says Tara Galeka. Galeka. I see some dragons, I see some, what they call those, man? You know what I'm talking about? Centaurs or something. Uh-huh. And there's the gateway. Man, tell me it's play. Tell me to play, just tell me. I dare you. What does Gallica mean in Italian? Gallica. I know it was a video game. Wasn't it a video game? Gallica. Meaning Italian. Italian. Zan. Come on. What? Biscuit. Land of biscuits? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I said, man, you ain't found nothing, man. That's just the land of biscuits, boss. Go ahead and get you some. Come on, man. I don't like this biscuit talk, man. All right, I'm gonna take the Italian off. Like they going crazy. Biscuits, come on, man. Oh snap! Oh snap! My nuggets. We went from biscuits to herbs, boss. Gallica. It's the land of herbs. What does that got to do with? What's the land of herbs have to do with Tarzan? Wow. If you telling me that underneath this ice is a whole entire supercontinent filled with herbs, man, healing herbs. Yeah. We're talking unicorns, we're talking healing, we're talking Tarzan, we're talking holy ground, we're talking Gallica, we're talking torrential herbs. They say Eurasia. I say, where's Asia? Compound leaves, blue and white flowers. Huh? Hold up. Man, we are investigating today. Let's pop off, man. Y'all ready? Now what they say. La, is that a la cock? La cock? La cock? Or la rock? Is that an L-A-R-A? Or L-A-C-A-C-H? I think that's a L-A-C-A-C-H, right? All right. L-A-C-A-C-H. La cock. Meaning, let's go. Including a Hebrew word, a legal doctrine. Okay. A Hebrew word that means to take, get, fetch, seize, receive, acquire. Ooh, buy, bring, snatch, acquire. So this land could be the land of acquiring, land of receiving. Huh? All right, then you got the legal document. Yeah, huh? Thread wire. Whoa, Lakeesh. Uh-oh. I'm out. Don't get me on this rabbit hole. Don't y'all do this to me. I know what y'all trying to do. You like, job. Just keep researching all the names on the map and go crazy. I'm not, no. I got things. I got no. I got other stuff to talk about now. But as you see, as we start investigating, we go from a land of herbs. I still want to know what this means with the legumes. But we go from a land of herbs with the Galaga, and then the next door you got basically a land of receiving, a land of acquiring. Acquiring what? Then you go to Lachish, which is a Canaanite city that was captured by Joshua. But it's now an archaeological site in Israel. But they would also say that Terra is in Israel, where Jesus lived. Terra boss. Say it with me, God. God, body, body. So they're trying to steal it, just like they do with the Cathays and the Chinas, and what I mean, Israel, Holy Land, Tarzanta, the real Tarzanta, has to do with this Antarctica situation, man. I'm trying to tell you. And all of it's one land, so it's not like, oh, Israel's over here, Israel's over there. No, Holy Land is all this is Holy Land. All this is Holy Land, really. You just got certain areas. So right here we're talking Tarzanta straight down from Cali. And next to that is the land of Lachish, which can be connected to this Canaanite situation that Joshua conquered. And now you're saying, Job, is you telling us? Nah, my nog, I ain't telling you nothing. But we are investigating that next door to Tarazanta, where the gateways are, has to do with this Canaanite situation that Joshua conquered, which could also be the reason why you see all this weird stuff around here, because of the Canaanite situation. Okay. Who's this jabroni? We need translators. But next to this lines up, at least orientation wise, with the Tarzanta flow, which they call Tara Galaga, which connects to this herbal city, right? This herbish situation, these perennial herbs. They say it's from the leguminosa family. And it connected with some Brazilian flow, which makes sense because it's also connected with the South American flow. Legumes, okay, yeah, the legumes, okay. Yeah, very nutritious situations. Very nutritious, okay. Just checking. Let's keep going. Because it gets deeper. Now that we understand where Arsarit is, we can start connecting it with Holy Land, Garden of Eden flow, Old World, original flow, and say, what's this got to do with Israel? See, if it had nothing to do with Israel, boss, you wouldn't be able to go straight up and find Israel on the map right here, next to Tartari. Oh. Then you connect the Tartar flow with the Genghis Khan and the Mongol flow and the Mongol invasion of the Kara Katai, right? And that brings us right to the Katai, because it connects us with the Anion and the Kovera. And the Kovera is the Eber, or the Eberu. Eber is the Kivera. Anion also plays heavy. We're going to come back to this Anion, because Anion also has to do with water in terms of like living water, like fountain of youth water. You know what I'm saying? So That's got a lot to do with the connection with the Floridas as well. All right, so we got the unicorn flow again throughout the scripture. We hear this horn. Uh, let's see how it says it here. 2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 3. HaWah is my rock, in him I take refuge, my shield, my horn of salvation. And we're talking Ra'im, Drakan, unicorn, Alicorn, my refuge, my savior. So how the Christians went from HaWah, the creator, being the savior, man, is diabolical, boss. When to JC, you know what I mean? And this whole thing, man, look, come on, boss. Your only savior is the creator. There ain't no other. And, David is rocking side by side. And this is why he is firstborn. Firstborn. Anointed one. Yeah. I appointed him firstborn. Highest of the kings of the earth. Khan. So how can this unicorn not represent Dawi? To my knowledge, is the only unicorn on the map. And later they want to compare it to Christ, just like they want to compare Tarzan to modern day Israel and Palestine. Right? But nah, boss. Nah, boss. We got Israel, not Christ. Israel. And, we could recount further the connections with the unicorn in the land of Prestor John. It's written about a few times, these unicorn sightings in the land of Prestor John. Do your recon. I want to read this, man, in your earbone before we dig on a little more Katai. I want to look at some IG clips, man, that I've been putting up and just, you know, see what's out there. Just have some fun, man. Let's just kick back and have a good time. Psalms 132. I don't get this enough, man, but I read it recently. I want to read it with y'all. A song of ascents. HaWah, remember unto David all his affliction, how he swore unto HaWah and vowed unto the mighty one of Jacob. Surely I will not come into the tent of my house, nor go up into the bed that is spread for me. I will not give sleep to my eyes, nor slumber to my eyelids, until I find out a place for HaWah, a dwelling place for the mighty one of Jacob. Lo, we heard of it as being in Ephrath. We found it in the field of the wood. Let us go into his dwelling place. Let us worship at his footstool. HaWah. Arise, wah, unto thy resting place, thou and the ark of your strength. Let thy priests be clothed with righteousness, and let thy saints shout for joy for your servant David's sake. Turn not away the face of thine anointed. Who's the anointed one? We just read it. Psalms 89. Psalms 89. I will appoint him firstborn, the highest of the kings of the earth. Forever I will keep for him my mercy, and my covenant shall stand fast with him. His seed will I make endure forever, my knock. I have found David, my servant. With my holy oil have I anointed him. Multiple witnesses. My servant David will be king over them, and they will all have one shepherd, anointed one. HaWah is not the author of confusion. These other religions going to give you a new shepherd. You got one shepherd. You don't need a shepherd until you are a righteous flock. And you're not a righteous flock unless you're following the laws. MHOE, most high over everything, boss. Be careful to keep my decree. You got to be KTC for this. Then you deserve a shepherd. Then you deserve HaWah servant Dawi. Multiple sources, multiple witnesses. So HaWah don't leave us with 2, 3, 4 shepherds, man. You got to be blind or indoctrinated, you know what I'm saying, to have something else come in between you and the creator. and you and the one shepherd. You know what I mean? For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, without a shepherd, man. You don't need it because you're out of code, without a prince. You don't need no Khan. I don't want your sacrifices, images, your ephods, and your teraphim. I don't want none of your sacred thing. But afterwards shall the children of Israel return. This is where we at now. And seek HaWah. This is where we at now. You MHOE Now you can search for Kandai and be on Preston 146. You dig? Now you can, seek the Prester again. The priest, Khan, the one shepherd, the one anointed with HaWah's holy oil, the one that will be raised up again. Like Jesus? Nah, I mean, raised up again. Let's go. David, their king, and shall fear HaWah and his goodness in the latter days. This is where we at. So you search for the Creator by getting back in code. In Exodus 20, God is in code, and then you seek Dawid. There ain't no confusion. These are multiple witnesses. Ezekiel 37. Oh, we're about to get Jeremiah 30 right now. Okay. Psalms 89. We're about to go back to Psalms 132. Jeremiah 30. Just having fun with you, y'all. Just having fun with you. This is my most favorite subject to talk about, man, is the order, what I'm saying, of coming back to the Creator. And, with that in order, going on this investigation to get your nobility in mind. Because you've gone a long time without a king, without any noble image whatsoever of who you are. Yeah, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is a time of trouble. We've gone a long time, Jacob. But out of it you will return, just like we read in Hosea 3, you shall be saved, and it shall come to pass in that day, says HaWah, that I'm going to free a Naga. I'm going to free a Naga. Say it with me, Khan. HaWah going to free a Naga. I will break his yoke from off your neck and burst your bands, and strangers shall no more make you their slaves. But they shall serve HaWah. Who? HaWah, JC. HaWah. No, JC, the Creator that created you and me, right? And David, their king, again. Psalms, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Hosea, and on we go with multiple witnesses, whom I will raise up. Who's going to be raised up unto us? I said, who's going to be raised up unto us? Who's forever king? Who's going to be raised up unto us? We talking forever, boss. Let's get it, man. So when we talk anointed, when they try to flip it and switch it, we know what it is. We see the multiple witnesses. Psalms 132, verse 11, HaWah swore unto David in truth, just like we just got. He would not turn back from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne, if thy children keep my commandment, man. Now, Naga, if you KTC on me, on my mama, and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children also forever. Forever shall sit upon your throne. We're talking Psalm 89. We just read that. Forever, boss. I will be to pieces. I will beat to pieces his adversaries before him, and smite them that hate him. But my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him, and through my name shall his horn be exalted. What is his horn? I don't know. Is this Alicorn representative of the horn? is the Alicorn representative of the horn? Great question. Great question. I will set his hand also on the sea, and his right hand on the river. He shall call to me, thou art my father, and my power, the rock of my salvation. That's saying that the Creator is the Savior, And I will appoint him firstborn, bomb, the highest of the kings of the earth. Ain't no room for no JC talk. No, 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 no. No, 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 boss. No, it ain't. Not when Kandawi, the anointed one, the firstborn, is being raised up unto us. And just like Hosea, we're talking latter days. So don't say it happened before. Who, oh, who is Prestor John? Well, that put us on an investigation, right? Into what does Kara mean? What does Katai mean? Because, when we see it on the map, we see the Cathay, right? Cathay. We see Florida, and we see Japan. We see China, Cathay. We see India. And we say, what does that remind us of? India superior. Mangi. And the same thing on this map where it has Cathay. Instead it's spelled Catay, but you put a K there, it's Cathay, Katai, the same thing. And again, you have India and you got China. So let's go. So what is Kara? Like Carolina, like the Kakara, right? Just like we got the Kara in Turkish means black, black. Black, black, manali. Black, black. Bliggity black. And yes, we are talking complexion. Just like you might as well call it Ethiopian, dark skin, Naga, burnt face, yada yada. So, you know, in my understanding, Ethiopia would be synonymous with Car or the Carolinas or the Kakara. Shout out to my Carolina Naga. Now, when you talk Cathay, like Marco Polo's Cathay, I just had some good time putting it in different dictionaries and Katai and the Cambridge Dictionary, just looking around. They got different word meanings. I'm just scrolling through. Some say wood, some say shortness of stature. I think they trying to clown on the Katai. Not what we know what it means. You don't talk short stature, man. Gosh, man, what's wrong with these people? But they try to clown them, say that they're like the gnomes, which is interesting. Because just like they put the Shrek character out, which represents the Olmec, now we know when we see these gnomes in these cartoons, we know we got their representation of the car Katai. Yeah, Prestor John and them. Prestor John and them. I mean, what is the Smurfs all about? You know what I'm saying? What's the Smurfs all about? All right. Solid. All right. Solid Nagas. Solid Nagas. Let's see. What else we got? Back to this shortness of stature down here. But look, the Hebrew word Katai or Katan means small or little. The name Katai is derived from Katan, means pure. Come on, boss. How you go from small, pure to small and little? How you start with pure and get to small and little? You feel me? So what do we know about this Katan or Katai is that it has something to do with purity. And since we know that Katai is Cathay, then we know when we see Cathay on the map or Cateo on the map, Cathay, in North America, boss, because this is a map of America. This is a map of America, and the way to China, as men believe it to be, which an old pilot showed King Henry VII in the year 1500. And the Chinese sail upon this Ethiopian Kara Sea, and they got the Carolinas over here. And Prestor John is the Khan of the Kara Katai, and the Katai is Cathay. Then we say, what does it mean? And it means pure. Cathay means a pure land. And Katai means black, right? Black. Bliggity, black. So you got these dark-skinned people of the Holy Land, of the pure land, or the Kara Katai Khan. And again, Marco Polo called the Katai or the Cathay or the Kateo India Superior Cateo. Marco Polo called it China. Used the term Cathay to describe the country in his book, right? China. But here it says the term Cathay comes from Katan, Ping Pow, which we just got, man. What? Pure. Katan means pure. Katan also reminds me of Joktan, Katan. Yeah, Joktan, son of Eber. And the Eber is the Kavera or Kiberia, which is on the maps as Quavaria with a Q. But sometimes they put it with a K because they like to switch out the K's and the Q's. Sometimes C's. Cathay would be with a C, a K, a Q. Katai with a C, a K, a Q. Quivera with a C, a K, or a Q. Or a KHEV or KHEB, like key barrier. Or drop the K, you just got the E barrier, I barrier. God. Drop the K. So the Katan, they say the Cathay comes from Katan. And they say it's a nomadic people who ruled northern China 9/16/11/25. Is that nah, we can't let them get away with this. Not when we know that the Katan is the son of Eber. Not that we know that the Katan is the progenitor of the real Arabi, which they call Arab. But I'm talking Arab proper, not the non-Arab stock like the Ishmaelites. Because to be Arab is to be a rabbi, is to be a lawgiver. What law? What the Creator's law would make you a Arab. You know what I'm saying? Which is why on the Andrews crest, they say an Arab tribe. But we got to differentiate between Arab proper and the Ishmaelite non-Arabs. We got to differentiate because they were trying to intermarry into genuine Arabs because they were mustarabs, not genuine, not proper, not Eber, Eberu, sons of Eber directly. So Joktan is also the Yucatan. When we talk Mexico, Meche is the Yucatan, is the Joktan, is the Katan, right? Which they say is this nomadic people, right? Nomads. Okay, well they call Prestor John a nomad, but we're still just talking Katan. The Arab proper, we're talking Rus. And again, where's Russia? You know where China is on the map. Would not Russia just be all of this? All of this is Rusland. And within the Rusland is this Arsaret Israel situation, which connects directly to the Anion land of Prestor John situation like we have on the British maps. I can't, it is what it is. It is what it is, they say. Because, yeah, the British Museum, the British Museum, outline of the MS map in the British Museum showing connections between Marco Polo's Asia, right, and the New Lands, 1530. And now you got the Strait of Anion will be here, Russia here, all the Rus. And all this is labeled Prestor John. It's blurry here. We got clearer ones, but this is the one I got right here. All right. India Superior, Cathay, Mexico, Prestor John. And it got us thinking, man. Who oh who? Who's Prestor John? Y'all ever think about that? My nuggets. Who is Prestor John? So we just know they've been searching for a mighty long time. The Portuguese got a monument like we see many times searching for the Prestor from 1145 to 1645. And what man do you search for 500 years unless you know he's a magi, mystical magi, connected with the fountain of youth? And why would you put this black man, this Kara, this Ethiopian, this Abyssinios? Remember, this name predates Ethiopia. Habasa. Why would you put Prestor John on your map of North America dang there, What has this got to do with the South, West, and the Midwest and all this flow? You know what I'm saying? What's it got to do with Preston John in the British Museum? All this Anion, Quivera, the same stuff we're talking about, Eber. What's it got to do with Preston John and the Eber and the Katan and the car Katai? What's it got to do with the proper ones, right? The genuine ones, the Iberu. So we can't let them get away with just saying, oh, these are just some nomadic people, yada, 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 yada. Back it up. HistoryToday.com, back it up. Yeah, he's going to cut right through this. I'm just going to jump in here, man. Let's get it right here. Pope Innocent IV, who was elected 1243, certainly thought along these lines. He had been told that the Mongols worship one creator. MHOE. And we're not without some religious beliefs, like keeping the code. The Mongols, moreover, say they have Saint John the Baptist for chief. Come on, boss. We're not talking about no New Testament. We're talking about Prestor John. And these Mongols, we're specifically talking about the Kara Katai, the Black Cathayans, right? So reported a Russian bishop who had fled to France to escape the advancing Mongol hordes. Innocent resolved to try to establish some sort of relations with the Mongols. In 1245, Friar John of Plano Carpini was sent by the Pope to carry letters to the Mongol Khan. And there can be little doubt that among his instructions was a request to clear up the mystery of Prestor John. Who is Prestor John? You know what I mean? His conclusion was that the Mongols were not the people of the priest king, right? He's talking about Genghis Khan in there. But his information about who Prestor John was is not so definite and varies according to different versions of the narrative which he wrote on his return from his mission. Carpini made a passing reference to who? To the black Cathays. Say what? Body back to the black Cathays, you know what I'm saying? So when you see this map and you see Cathay in America, man, and then you see a map that has Prestor John in the British Museum in America, India Superior, you know what I'm saying? And then you see a map with Cathay, Cateo right here with India Superior, man, China and everything else. Yeah, yeah, okay. So instead of calling it Kara or black, right? Because Kara means blickety black. It also, well, Katai means pure. Remember that? Cathay is pure. Kara means black, right? In Turkey. And Katai means pure, pure black, pure. You know, we're talking melanation, right? We dodge the English word black, but we know we're talking Abyssinian, right? We're talking Prestor John. Because you've gone a long time without a king, without a priest. You didn't need it. You was out of code. Why you need a priest? Why you need a shepherd? You didn't need it. Let's get back here. Let's get the conclusion of 132. HaWah swore unto David in truth he would not turn back from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne, if your children keep my covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children also forever shall sit upon thy throne. For HaWah has chosen Zion. He has desired for his habitation. He has desired it for his habitation. This is where HaWah is gonna, pop off, man. This is my resting place forever. Where's Zion? Come. Here will I dwell, for I have desired it. HaWah desires Zion. I will abundantly, Baruch, bless her provision. I will give her needy bread and plenty. Her priest also will I clothe with salvation. Prestor. And her saints shall shout aloud for joy. Halal HaWah. There will I make a horn. Here we go. An alicorn, a unicorn, to shoot up unto David. There have I ordered a lamp for mine anointed. We just got that right. Firstborn bond, anointed with my holy oil. His enemies will I clothe with shame. We just got that right. I will beat to pieces his enemies. His enemies shall I clothe to shame. Verse 18. But upon himself shall his crown shine. Who is Prestor John? Let his crown shine again. Ooh, look at the shoes, the magical walking on water shoes. This is how he walked on the water. Those are the water threes right there, man. Look at the fringes. Oh man. Hey, we pop locking with the press. All right. Let's get back to it. The Black Cathayans, who we claim were Christian all but name. So they weren't Christian by name, but he's saying that they had some type of biblical tinge to them. You know what I'm saying? They connected with King David. They connect with Israel, right? But let's go. They had recently been conquered by the Mongols. This picks up on the Genghis Khan invasion, 1202. But the Prester was not among these people. He had moved to the adjacent land of India Major. Where's India Major? India Superior. I said India Superior. Prestor John. Huh? Prestor John. Let's go. Let's go. Receipts on receipts, huh? Or as King Henry would call it, Cathay. Same thing. India Superior is where the Great Khan is. And China is Cathay. And Cathay means pure, or pure land, or pure people, right? And if one is permitted to interpret the black Saracens, who were also called Ethiopians, and we said, what? Because this An Rus, where Russia's named after, land of Rus, they're also called the Saracens, and the Arab, which we know is the Arab proper, not the pretenders, but the proper. Because some are pretending, some are not genuine, some are non-Arab stock pretending to be Arabs. They adopted your customs and rewrote your books and gave you a new shepherd and a new God. Intermarry with your genuine Nagaville, you know, Naga stock, real Drakan, so they can be genuine and get some promised land, get some pure land, get some of this Katan, right? But Katan is a person, connects to the lineage of Eber or the Eber. But let's keep going. So the black Saracens are the Ethiopians, but the original Ethiopians are the Abyssinians, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about in etymology. Yeah. Do you see clearly? Drakan, do you got your Drakan? You got your light? Because we know that the Ethiopians, this Negro, this Naga, this fiery burned face, fiery looking Naga, is originally an Abyssinian. And Abyssinian is the old name for Ethiopia. It has nothing to do with so-called Africa today. You're talking about a Habasa. You're talking about a mixed multitude like the Moshe. Who came in the promised land? Just Israel? Or was it a mixed multitude of Ethiopians or fiery looking Khans, right? Cars, blacks, right? Blacks. Okay. So these blacks, black Saracens or Ethiopians or Abyssinians, because Abyssinian is the old name for Ethiopia. Prestor John, Emperado de los Abyssinios. I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you. Abyssinios. Who is Prestor John? And the Mongol would be W-A-N or W-A-N-G or O-N-G, Ong or Onk. Yeah, let that crown shine again, Khan. Who is Prestor John? Emperor de los Abyssinios. Yeah, Abyssinios. Old name for Ethiopia. Let's keep going. So the original Ethiopians are the Abyssinians. And this is why the British Museum is putting this Abyssinia, Ethiopia Prestor right here in America, boss. India Superior, right? As a reference to the Kara. So again, the Kara is synonymous with the Ethiopia. Black, fiery looking, black, Katai, Katan, like we just got, right? In the 13th century, it is worth noting the term Ethiopia was so imprecise, just like we got in Lost Tribes and Promised Lands, where Ronald Sanders so vague, right? His terminology was so vague as not to justify location in Africa, boss. Say it with me, body bag for the illusion, man. How many body bags is that? Y'all counting the body bag? Is you counting the body bag? Katai is Katan. Katai is Katan. Katai means pure. In the 13th century, it is worth noting the term Ethiopia was so imprecise as not to justify its location in Africa, boss. So if you're Ethiopia today, are you Abyssinia, Habasa? And are we talking east or west? Without supporting evidence, which in this case is not present, let's keep going. Prestor John Carpini wrote, lived beside these black Saracens. Is that right? Prestor John was tribed up with these Naga Saracens. Because we are talking lost tribes of Israel identity. Body bag. Is y'all counting the body bag? If y'all think we have more than 7 body bags at this point, let me see 7 volcanoes in the comments, man. In the thread, man. Let me see 7 volcanoes, boss. Because we popping off. We're talking Israel when we talk Russia. We're talking Israel when we talk Saracen's head. And of course, the Hebrew when it comes to the Tau. We know that the Eber is true because this Tau means what? 2 cross sticks, the mark, the sign, the signal, the monument, where the 2 tribes come back together, where the tribe come back together. When you come back together with HaWah, when you come back together with yourself, man. The Saracens, hey. What they do to them Saracens, boss? We weighing all the singular the premises with due meditation and noting that since we have formerly by other letters of ours granted among other things free and ample faculty to the aforesaid King Alfonso to invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens and pagans whatsoever and other enemies of Christ whatsoever place in the kingdoms, dukedoms, principalities, dominions, possessions, and all movable and immovable goods whatsoever held and possessed by them, and to reduce their persons to perpetual slavery, and to apply and appropriate to himself and his successors the kingdoms, the dukedoms, the counties, the principalities, the dominions, possessions, and goods, man. Come on. And to convert them to his and their use and profit. By having secured this said faculty, the said King Alfonso, or by his authority, the aforesaid Infante justly and lawfully has acquired and possessed, and doth possess these islands, lands, harbors, and seas, and they do of right belong and pertain to the King Alfonso and his successors, boss. The islands, lands, harbors, all of America, all you Prestor John Saracens, South America, we possess all this according to the doomed diverses Papal Bull. And we'll take Atlanta and the gateways too. Why not? Why not just take the whole pie? Why not just take the whole damn pie? Papal Bull, you look it up. 1452, Columbus sails the ocean blue. 1492. Stop playing, man. This is the war cry to take all your shit. I'm talking to the Saracens. I'm talking to the Saracen head. Which means only one thing, man. I'm talking to Israel. They want the whole pie, right? Saracens. And does belong to the successors. That's crazy because it sounds so much like doth belong to these descendants, which stole the title of the Khan, Amaru Khan, which is the native by nature, by law, by the creator, right here at home in India Superior, that we are the originals, originators, the copper colored Khans, the Ethiopians, the Kara, the black, brought here, boss, from Africa. No, boss, found here. Say it with me. Body bag. For the illusion, you weren't brought here, you were found here, copper colored Khan. Stop playing with us, man. Bodies hijacked. And now applied our Khan. Our things are now applied to their successors. Because they could be born this way. Born here, take your things. Because of them damn Doom Not versus Pebble Bulls saying that they can take your islands, harbors, and seas. Give it to their descendants, right? They could take your dukedoms, counties, principalities, dominions, possessions, goods, and movable and immovable, convert them to their use and profit, man. They can give it all to their successors. Take it from the Saracen. Take your title as American, give it to their descendants. Take your title of Israel, get a new Israel, right? Take your title of a rabbi. Now they got pretending and non-Arab stock pretending. They're not genuine, they're not pure, they're not proper. I'm talking to the Sar, I'm talking to Sarah's sons, Abraham and Sarah's sons, you know, the originals. I'm talking to the Rus. The Rus is the truth. We still just talking about you. Lost tribes of Israel. Copper color car. Found here. Found here. Found here by the European. Conquer. Black Saracens, Israelites, Prestor John, rock right with you, right? In India Superior. And then comes Genghis trying to get some. Because he wanted to be the Khan. He tried to invade his land but was repelled by the Prestor, who sent against the invading troops what sounds much like explosive charges fastened to the backs of horses and set off at a right moment by suicide soldiers. Come on, they just throwing that in there. That's conjecture, man. But yeah, you know, Prester had that artillery. He was pushing Genghis Khan back. But another version of Carpini's account told a different story. Prester and his son David, right? Where did we hear this before? Were described as kings of India. Come on, man. So we don't have to go far to compare Prestor John and King David and understand that he is King David and his son is a David and they are kings of India Superior. And how does Prestor have a son named David? It's very simple. Because we can find it right in their genie, man. That the Prestor John, at the same time, 1195, remember, he was invaded by Genghis Khan in 1202. Husband of Lady Hannah, which can also be interpreted as Anna or Ania. Did he name the land after his wife, Anna, man? He's the father of Exarch David. Exarch means you're the leader during his captivities or, you know, different things. Babylonian captivity, right? God. So which David did they roll up on? Here, I think it's matching the story perfectly that Prestor and his son David were described as kings of India. That Prestor has a son named David that are kings or chiefs, right? Emperors of Soliman. Raja, Chola. Chola is also Soli. Jadaron, who has a wife named Lady Hannah. And to further substantiate our claim that this is the real David, we found the matching, Sometimes they got parallels in Genie. And now you have David the First, who also is married to Lady Hannah. The other one said 1195. This one says 1200. Calm. And here it's going to take you to, it's going to take you to the princess, Princess Limbu, Princess Dar. So you're going to get some more of the daughters over here, but you got the same Hanan. Here's the counterpart. You got the Hanan here. And here he also has a son named Hanan. And again, their mother is still Lady Hannah here. And his mother is still Lady Hannah here. But here he's David, Dewey, Dodie, don't say dodecahedron, Raiden like Mortal Kombat, Raiden, king of Rubati Gadimani, which is Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh, which as the king of Judah, you are the king of Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh. But here is David the First, and here he's called Raja Hiraja Chola, Jadaron, Emperor of Soli, Prestor John, Panion, whose son is David, Exilar. So we're just finding these connections as we've been investigating for almost 10 years on this subject matter, right? So Prestor and his son David were described as kings of India, to whom the Mongols used to pay tribute, or Genghis and them used to pay him tribute. He got tired of doing it. He went to war. Genghis Khan, however, put an end to this practice by invading the land of Prestor John. So if Genghis Khan is real, Prestor John is real. Prestor John is real. The black man, the black Saracen, the Abyssinian, the Khan of Khans, King David. So you got to adjust your timeline and be willing to surf the wave that the King David story didn't happen in the BCs, that it just happened in these dark ages, man. And that's why they call them the dark ages, man. So here comes Genghis. He already got repelled, but here he comes back. Here he comes back. Invades the land of Preston John, defeats King David. Which one? David Exilar or David the First? His dad, David the First. His son is David the Sixth. Interesting. Katan. The victorious Prester is in the tradition of the stories 1145 and 1221. The defeated Prester fits in with the traveler's tales of the second half of the 13th century. So which one is it? Victorious Prester or defeated Prester? That's interesting, though. Because did this happen and then this? Or did Genghis Khan get, pushed back? You know what I mean? Like, which one happened? Yeah. You see how we surfing the wave, though, man. So they're looking for Preston John William of Rubric, and once more it is probable that the ambassador to the Mongols was instructed to keep on the lookout for traces of Preston. They're looking out for they're looking for. This was Rubric's story. In 1098, there lived in Central Asia a certain Khan. What? Chief of the Black Cathayans. And when Khan died, the Black Cathayans came under the rule of a certain Naaman chief, a Nestorian Christian known as John. John had a brother Ung who ruled over the Kari, same thing, black people in the neighborhood of Karakoram, the Mongol capital. Karians were also Nestorians. So they had to call them Nestorians and not Christians because they don't follow Christianity, but they connect to some of the same things that Christianity has copied, right? Like them trying to tie into this Old Testament flow. But Ankh abandoned the religion of his people and became an idolater. So the Nestorians weren't idolaters. This Khan, in this story, um, John had a brother Ankh, so his brother abandoned really the code, it looked like, and became an idolater. Now, what did he join? You know what I mean? But who are the Nestorians? Because the Carians were Nestorians, and the Nestorians were not idolaters. What is a Nestorian, right? We still got it. Oh, we getting we getting all this drive here. He say, Con, slow down, man. You drop it too fast. Yeah, what's in the story, boss? Nestor, right? Nestor. Nestorians from Nestor, old king renowned for wise counsel. That's it. Later they're gonna connect them with other things. Nostradamus, this means one who blesses. So this Prestor was able to give blessings, able to give Baruka, right? One who gives blessings. Nostalgia comes out of this word, but we got old king renowned for wise counsel. Prestor John. So when you talk King David, he's connected with Mama, man. He's connected with wisdom, with Solomon, right? Wise counsel, right? Con, okay. Come on, man. Hijack City, what's this? A plan. Hijack City. Let's go back. There we go. Old king renowned for wise counsel. So whenever we see Nestor, we know it connects to an old king renowned for wisdom. A little bit more. The Carids were also Nestorians, right? Old king renowned for wise counsel, but Unk abandoned the religion or the code of his people and became an idolater. When King John died, Unk combined the rule of the Black Cathayans with that of the Carid. With this increase in power, Unk's ambition became boundless, and soon he attacked the neighboring tribe of the Mongols and defeated it. Aroused by this disaster, the Mongols made Genghis Khan their leader, and under his, so that they rename him Genghis Khan, the brother, right? And under his guidance soon avenged their defeat by overwhelming in battle the forces of Ankh and forcing him to take refuge in Cathay. I said, Cathay. Cathay. We're just talking so-called North America. And that's what I mean by the Arswif flow, because they was already in Cathay in biblical times. So by the time you got all this is already Cathay popping off. Of course, they can pass through water this way and, set up shop, right? Set up shop. It's all happening. As in the other Prestor John stories to this day, Rubik's story is not without historical foundation. Khan is clearly the Gurkhan of the Katai, Black Cathay. In about 1211, this position was usurped by the name and adventurer Kukluk, who is clearly the model for Rubik's King John, though there's no evidence that Kukluk or the naming were Christians at this time. Man, it goes on, man. It gets deeper. I want to keep going. But I'm going to leave it for you. We'll keep it going, but I just want you to see how relevant this is all happening with these cars and these Katais, man. And we just got pure land popping off, man. And just seeing my mind blown, I'm just thinking about largest deserts in America when we talk about migration and exodus and all this stuff. And I want to get back eventually on this Great Basin desert. I think we had a crazy story that came out of here with this dragon. Y'all, my OG wave surfer, we went deep on this Great Basin, you know what I mean? And connected it to, some say, a fictional story. This like a dragon pit, like a living type of organism, that was connected to these, disappearances and different things around this area. I need to find that drop and just drop it for you and re-drop it. But, this Great Basin connects also with some oil flow, right? And some of this dam flow too connected with it. But, you're talking Nevada, California, Utah, Idaho, and Oregon. And right quick, when we talk Tarzanta again, I want to keep the sweat hypothesis alive, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. They're playing with my legs. me get my Tara back. When we talk Tara, Zonta, man. Wow, wow. Here we go. All right. Again, love to the bro Sakal, man. Just finding this map. Like, you got to keep the sweat hypothesis in mind when you want to really factor in this Antarctica flow. Because remember, the sweat hypothesis connects southwestern United States with Antarctica at a certain period of time. And if we can connect either United States or North America with Antarctica, then we understand how this was all connected with Holy Land and Promised Land and, you know what I'm saying, all the interconnectivity of the cons, you know, popping off. So, you know what I mean? The sweat hypothesis, again, or southwestern United States, East Antarctica. Can I make this? Can I make this up? Right? Because now we're talking about Rodinia and Rhode Island and the Kingdom of Rhoda, right? And Rodriguez and and all that, which connects back to the red flow, right? Which is the copper flow, right? So the Southwest United States, right? Ain't that where the Grand Canyon, Arizona, was once hypothesized to connect with Antarctica? I just want to leave it right here because they're going to go back billions of years. I just want to leave it right here that there's a connection between something to do with this Arizona, Utah, Colorado flow and this Great Basin flow, right, with Antarctica, man, and this situation called Rodinia, they're calling. Yeah, I mean, and you know, what does Rhoda have to do with the Raiden King? Hmm. Yeah, what does Rhoda have to do with the Raiden King, King Dawit? What does it have to do with Rhoda? You know, Kalelu's. There's a book called Merchant Adventurer Kings of Rhoda. What is Rhoda? What does Rhoda have to do with the Kingdom of Rhoda in the old Arizona map? Do you think this has anything to do with the sweat hypothesis and Rodinia? Things that make you go, hmm. I mean, we've been digging on Kalalus for quite some time. We've been reading it live in the ether at 432thedrop.com, live on the app. We've been talking about these artifacts that they've been finding in uh, Arizona, you know what I'm saying, with Hebrew on them, got Hebrew inscriptions. These look like some frequency weapons, man, all kinds of stuff. Man, love to Mayo, been picking up the recon, man, digging even deeper into ancient Rhoda. And I'm saying, what does Rhoda have to do with Rodinia, Antarctica, and Southwest United States? What's it got to do with India Superior? And why is it called India Superior? Did it connect with Tarzan, the Holy Land? Why is it called India Major? Did it connect to Tarzan, the Holy Land, that they now call Terra? Fuego, Fireland, right? Yeah. Look how little it is here. Look, little bitty Antarctica. What are you guys hiding? You're hiding the whole pie. The whole pie. Where there's gateways. And what's this Moronian, man? We're going to get back on this Moronian when we start our series, Mormons Digging Deeper, because this Moron is an actual character, major character in the Book of Mormon. Moroni. Moroni is major. And Moroni plays heavy. So keep Tara Sancta in your mind, bro, because I can't make it up, my nigga. Moroni plays heavy in the Book of Mormon, man. Nephite military commander who lived during the 1st century BC. First mentioned in the Book of Alma, the chief captain. He's the chief captain. We talking Presters, man. You talking Antarctica. And now you got this Moroni connecting with this Moronia, Mora, and the Antarctica gateways. What do the Mormons know about the gateways? Moroni, huh? The prophet Moroni. So there's a Captain Moroni, and then there's a prophet Moroni. The former is indexed in the Book of Mormon as Moroni. So you got to know your Moronis, man. And know how, you're translating with these as Negroes in America, as Americans, you are these, Lamanites and Zoramites and Israelites, right? You are these Nephites. This is your story, just different titles, man. But the moron plays heavy. And I can't make that up at all. I can't make this up at all. Right. Whew. So we got Rhoda, Rodinia, just connected with the sweat hypothesis kind of. That was just the intro. I just wanted to get that in. You like drop you crazy. I know a little bit, but that was literally just the intro. We're gonna do it like this. Let's get into. We got some heat. Should I go IG clips? Should I go Garden of Eden? Should I go IG clips, Garden of Eden, or should I go mental frequency on the knock? It's tough. It's tough. IG clips, Garden of Eden. I've been really meaning to drop this Garden of Eden flow. It's going to connect with Genesis 2. You know what I'm saying? Just the place names of these rivers. And love to the con that dropped this on me, just to revisit it, because this E.E. Calloway is saying that the Garden of Eden is connected with the Florida flow. And we can't argue with that. The Florida flow definitely seems to play with India Superior and Cathay, right? We can't dispute that. Because the Florida flow is right here where much gold is found, connected with the fire dragon, the land unknown, and of course, Cathay, Katai, Pure Land. So I like the Florida flow. Let's talk Florida. And then we're going to hit up some IG clips, and we're going to do a mental frequency. We're going to do a mental frequency dismount. This is the best drop of all time. I've been meaning to drop this. I actually recorded this a few times. It got deleted, but I'm sticking with y'all. And again, forcibly commanding a positive thought, keeping yourself positive, keeping yourself in a higher frequency as we're going to dismount with it. It's the difference between being in the frequency of life or being in the frequency of death, destruction, torment and all that, man. Just get out of it. Force yourself to have a positive thought. Force yourself to have a positive thought. Let's get it. Is he speaking facts, man? Have we recon these areas in Florida like he's saying? I mean, no, it definitely does. Connect with a lot of our recon, and even if it's not exactly there, we know that it's somewhere here in India Superior, man, where the Prestor John is located. Why would they put Prestor John anywhere else, man? Why would they put India Superior anywhere else? But these lands connected with the Mount Roraima Tree of Life flow, right? Venezuela and all that, South America. So was he talking about the okay. Fourth river is Euphrates. So, that some of them got different names, you know what I mean? But you got Euphrates, right? Tigris, Gahan, which this looks like Jahan or John. Who's Preston John? And here you got it with the onyx stone medallion, you know what I mean? Euphrates, all right, and the Pishon. And that is it, which compasses the whole land of Havala. And of course, Havala is connected with Eber, right? The younger son of Eber is Joktan. He popped off the original Arabs, not no Islam flow, not no Ishmaelite flow. These are Israel. This is future Israel, right? This is the seed. So Abala, Ophir, right? All these are connected with cities of gold as well. Sheba, of course, Shabala, Ka, Lego, receipts. And one more thing, man. The gopher wood also plays heavy. So if we talking gopher wood and Florida is the only place that got it, that's a body bag for the illusion. See, did it mention the gopher wood in Genesis 2? Let's see, gopher wood, Bible. No, Genesis 6. All right, so Genesis 6 got the gopher wood. They just trying to figure it out. What is it? But that's how it's being translated. Just doing a recon, I'm not just doing a recon. All right, make thee an art of gopher wood. Now we say, where is gopher wood found? Oh, come on, man. Look at these guys. Farmed gopher wood. Come on, boss. All right, enough, enough. I try to be slick. Gotta go back to the old school. Go back to the old school. Where's gopher wood found? Come on, boss. Gopherwood, also known as Tierra toxifolia, is a rare and endangered conifer tree found in a small area in the Florida Panhandle and Georgia. Georgia on my mind. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, we're talking the Kingdom of Georgia, Tony dynasties. Yeah, we're talking you, Israel. Uh huh. Uh huh. Georgia, Florida. So if you're taking us to Indy Superior, boss, when we talk gopher, and gopher wood is what the Noah's Ark is, Genesis 6. I think it's a body bag for the illusion, man. What do y'all think? Let's get some more. Okay, okay. If gopher wood is only found in Florida and this is what Noah built his ark out of, you still arguing that this is the old world? If Let's back it up. If this is the only four head river system, natural in the whole world, it's a super body bag that when we talk Garden of Eden, we're talking America bone. God. If this is true, which they are laying out the facts, Malaga, it's a body bag for the illusion. Factoid city, man. Factoid nation, man. Factuals on factuals, man. Hashtag facts. If this is the only four-head river system on Earth, and it describes perfectly what they're talking about with Eden in the script and Genesis, and Noah got the gopher wood, and the gopher wood is only in Florida, stop playing with us. We the originals, and this is why when you read this definition, copper coloration is found here, you know that these originals connect to the original stories, and they made mythologies out of you people found here, man. I'll just call you the priest. I'll just call you the Khan dynasty. So the Gihon is the Flint River. Y'all look it up. Y'all do the recon. Euphrates is the Spring Creek River. Y'all do the recon. So they transferred the name to the Middle East after the flood. They duplicated, and I'll hear this again. They duplicated the name over there after the flood. Uh, and there's that 70 years again. I heard that David was promised 70 years, and then there's a 70 years here, and then we got another 70 years at the very top. You know what I mean? But that's a great breakdown, interesting breakdown. So, Eve, or Kwa, as they say, Kwa, decided I'd rather, eat this and have this knowledge and know myself and respect myself a certain, way as, rather than just saying I'm equal to the animal here and this and that. I'm saying I'd rather know, live my life, interesting flow, man. Love to the Ama. Mm. Mm. Hey, all right. Go dig on it. Genesis chapter 2. More body bags for the illusion. Let's look on some quick drop clips, man, on the IG. Throw out of my cons, man, for making sure we are secure right here, man. Chef Candy over there slicing and dicing pomegranates, man. We're looking at the sky, man, just having a good time with some satires, man. But remember who the Naga is. Remember who the Nagoose is. Con, you the Naga. My nigga. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, King, man. King, man. All right, all right, all right. Let's run a couple plays, man. A couple plays. I think this is really dope on Queen Khalifa, man, when it relates to the Wizard of Oz. If y'all ain't tapped into who the Wicked Witch of the West they try to depict, and who's the Griffins, who's the Dragons. And look at all her jewels, like, she's, rich, right? But they try to make her as ugly, deformed, just like a Shrek character. Hollywood do this, man. Wow. So these dragons were trained to eat the flesh of who? Of these hijacks trying to conquer the land. These dragons were eating. Man, trained to eat these hijacks. That's why they call them devils. Yeah, yeah. So those flying monkeys are the dragons. Ain't that some love to subconscious celebrity, man? Oh, y'all want to get one more, man? You know what I mean? We got some flat drop popping off. Always keeping y'all oriented, letting you know that east and west, or clockwise, counterclockwise. West is clockwise, east is counterclockwise. North is in the center, south is everything away from the center. And that's supreme mathematics, man. Orientation. Because something's at the middle, boss. Something's at the middle. Is it a tree? Is it a mountain? Something's at the middle. Remember, ain't no cap on Antarctica's chest bone. Remember, ain't no cap on Antarctica's chest bone. You dig? So this is what it would look like in the 1500s, 1600s. No ice on Antarctica's chest bone. And then they put an ice ring around it. Now it's an ice ring. Oh boy. Okay, okay, okay. Orientation, orientation. Flat drop 101. There's also some flat drop here. So they got this whole subway area, man, next to this trade, showing lands beyond the ice ring. Right there in the middle would be all the land that we in, right? And we come out and you got more land beyond the pole. I'm just saying, man, love to Tartaria tour, Flat Earth Bulgaria, what it do? Oh man, here's a good one here, man. Oh, there's a couple. I'm gonna say this one for last, man, because this one's hilarious. Let's talk about how the body can repair itself. Health drop 101. So surplus of energy can come from your diet, certain more energizing, what I'm saying, foods, alkalining foods, what I mean, that type of thing, come from your exercise. But to be in a hydrated alkaline environment, that means you're constantly alkalining, what I'm saying, putting that lime or lemon in your water, that little pink Himalayan sea salt, eating more alkaline foods, what I'm saying, pomegranates, what I mean, just avocados, just look it up, man. And that's all your body needs is to be in a hydrated alkaline environment with your surplus of energy coming from your exercise and your diet, man. Ping pow. And take it back. Let's go. Baking soda, like Arm& and Hammer, and like pink Himalayan sea salt. Con, con. Osmosis. Dang. They cut it there, but that's when you add like 2 pounds, you know what I'm saying? Just measure out like 2 pounds of the baking soda, you know what I'm saying? And you could put in like, 3, 4 cups of sea salt, you know what I mean? And really crank it up to get that radiation flow out. Or you could take the bath with just the baking soda flow, you know what I'm saying? And flow it, with some aromatic, lavenders and, make it cool, man. Just we got a detox and love to the con nine inspire, love to the con yourself for breaking down so much great recon on the detoxes for us. And if you got the reconstruction pack, all the detox links and everything was on the reconstruction pack. So hey, out to all the cons that got that first reconstruction pack with all them great tracks, man, and great detox facts, man. We just talking facts. Hey, I think we found the slave ships, my naga. We found a slave. And this is the people that was on these ships, man. They call them immigrants. They don't want to call them Slavs, Slavic Slavs. And now they come because they're descendants. If you have Europeans born in America, they could take the title American, and now they're arguing over patriotism and Trump versus such and such, and this is a melting pot. We should just forget the past. Yeah, it helps y'all. It benefits y'all for us to forget we were just found here with the title American. That's copper color races, right? Tribes. It benefits y'all for us to forget this, and for y'all just to be Americans, and we're now African American, right? Bull crap, man. Bullshit, right? We taking the con back. We ain't rocking with that. Say it with me, man. We taking the con back. We ain't rocking with that. Immigrants were stepping on American soil at a rate of 7,000 a day. That's 2.5 million. 2.5 million immigrants. Now we're the minorities and they're the majorities. They shipped in 2.5 million people a year. But what happened to the slave trade? They came in filth and degradation, packed in like cattle. Whose story is that? Don't they tell us that that's our story? That we was packed in like cattle? But they came 2.5 million a year, not us, them, packed in like cattle, in filth and degradation. Bodies, man. Whoa. Uh, they came into New York. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? All right, man. I say the best for last, man. This jabroni over here, man, is kicking facts like he just had some revelation. Like he just figured some stuff out, man. I wonder where he got all this from, man. Let's listen to it, man. Let's go. Let go. Whoa. 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 He's just popping off like he just had an epiphany. Can I hear that back? Can we get that one more time, man? He popping off, man. Where you get this from? That's cool. All right, let's go slow. The Americas equal New Jerusalem. This is the old world, boss, not no New Jerusalem. Okay, so let's just be clear. And I don't know if you can see this little map down here. the Old Testament map of ancient America. Oh, okay. He's been in UB News classroom. Is that right? Yeah, he's been in all. That means he must know Cootie Mayo. He must be surfing the wave with Tribe Nation. So the Pacific Ocean is the Great Sea. Love to UB. What it do, man? Get a con his props, man. You got Egypt right here. This Texas area, Egyptian Sea or the Chinese Sea, huh? Israel, right? California, all this, Utah, right, all right. Babylon, New York. And remember, all them Slavs was coming into New York. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, okay. You be popping off. Let go. We just got there, right? Ethiopia's a vague term. Dark skin, fiery looking, east west, yada yada. Wherever you darkies are is in Ethiopia. And India Superior. Or India Superior. I wonder where he's getting this. That's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. Because we just said that we got Mexico and we got China on the same landmass. We know that China is Kana, and Mexico is the Moshe. And the Khan is Moshe, and the Moshe Khan is the Mexican. All one thing, Cathay, India Superior, China, all in one place. So it's crazy. I wonder where he got, because he ain't showing the receipts to the water that, the cartography that you're going to get back to. So I'm glad we took the time to do that for you, Khan. Hey, hop again to UB and all the Khans, Cootie Mayo, everybody rocking with me. I'm rocking with you. We know this is Cathay. We know this is China, and it connects all to Mexico. But what else, man? I'm going slow. Let go. Let go. No. Mhm. That's what it says in the Lost Tribes and Promised Land that we read. Drop the sources, man. Louis Torres, right? Named Louis Torres. Drop the name. He brought this, priest named Louis Torres, who they say was a convert to Judaism, but he spoke some of that Hebrew and Aramaic to speak to the original Khans that are the copper colored races found here, that are the same Saracens you rode up on and stole all their things because they're enemies of your anointed, not our anointed. They're enemies of Zeus, and they stole these kingdoms, man. You weren't some savages if you have kingdoms and principalities and dominions, man. If you got all these possessions, you can't be some savages. But because you're enemies of Zeus, we can take all your things. What kind of rule is that? And put you in slavery because you're enemies of Zeus. Just talking to the Saracens. We just talking to the Saracens. But what else, man? What else you got? This is getting good. Come. And the real Holy Land is the real Tarazata, right? I can't make this up. The real Holy Land is the real Tarazata. And the real Tarzanta, my naga, connects you with the mysteries of why they're calling this Tarzanta in this Pacific flow. One day the truth will be revealed about this land over here. But what else? What else you got? So what we've been digging on in the Prestor John investigation. 146 parts make this 147. What we've been digging on is of the highest degree of information one could argue. It's of the highest level of degrees of academia, even when you look into Yale studies and Harvard studies. In the book Prestor John, Legend and Its Sources by Keegan Brewer, it says that this Prestor John legend connects with this Arthurian King Arthur flow, and that this is of the highest levels of academia, that this is, you know, amongst the highest secrets, whether you're talking masonry, whatever. If India is superior of all this, that's popping off. It's actually of the highest degree of information. And that's why they watching. That's why they watching, boss. Bang. They even got 770 million acres of land in a federal trust. What? So you knew the whole time, man? You should have told us 10 years ago. We on 147 now, man. Another name for King David is Prestor John. Khan, King of India. India superior. What else, man? What else you got? This is great. Prestor John doesn't mean priest John. It means priest king. I mean, you're close, though. You know, the hijack 440, 432, 8 hertz different. They're close. It sounds similar. But, yeah, Prestor John means priest king, man, not priest John. But, all right, let's go. Come. He's the emperor of the three Indias, all the Indias, including India Superior. And yes, King Solomon's trading routes. We need to dig on it. And we got to dig on Cholula. So if you're not white and I'm not black, then what are you and who am I? Sidebar. I was looking at this Dr. Umar interview. He was saying, I love Kendrick Lamar, man. I love his new stuff, but I won't listen to his music until his wife identifies as black. And anyone who doesn't say they're black doesn't fit our Afrocentrism, centric, centricities. And I'm like, somebody got to identify as black to please you and be a part of your African group, your African diaspora, man. You're going to have to go over there with that, man. You know what I'm saying? We identify as Eberu, Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? And would it be fine if his wife identified as an Eberu? And even if he knows that K-Dot's wife, you know what I'm saying, whether her mother or father, has, is a Naga, is a black man or a black woman, however it go, he's still like, but she don't identify as black. Everyone is coming back home. And if her daddy is a Naga, then she a Naga according to Hebrew law, my Naga. So, but he's not looking at it through Hebrew law, just some diaspora of Africanness and blackness. And we got to identify as black. You got to identify as white, or I got to identify as African. I'm an American. I'm an Eberu. I'm tribe of Judah. You dig? We Hasharala. We identify as our tribe. Matter of fact, we Nagaville. We ain't gonna fit in your diaspora. You got to go back over there with that. Cause right here, Egypt is right here, boss. Egyptian sea is here, boss. Hey man, love to all the comments, man. I love the smoke proof. You say LOL nah. For real, if you study paleo and you from the South, that language so embedded in us, it's hard not to see who we are. Khan up, man. Khan up. Corey Big C Jenkins, the Grand Khan, y'all. Canaan, the land of Canaan, Canada, or we just talking Antioch? Be careful, we could be talking Antioch. The Promised Land. He said Illinois is Lower Egypt. The Grand Canyon is Upper Egypt. Noah's Ark was made of gopher wood, only found in Florida. So we got another witness. No place else in the world, man. Stone Gully Geechee, man. Kashaw Nelson Ahab, he said, that's why you keep putting Prestor John in our Facebook, man. That's why you keep putting Prestor John in our Facebook, man. We on Prestor 147. By the way, this is the 147th installment of your Prestor John investigation. And these are the best ones because I didn't plan for this to be a Prestor John. I was just going to just drop some, stuff we've been digging on, but it just happened to go that way. And I got to claim it, man. There's only a few of them that became Preston Johns that I didn't really intend for it to be. I was just gonna just have it, just drop some drop, but it just flowed down that river, man, to become a Prester 147, man. So these are some of the most special ones when HaWah has HaWah's intentions, you know what I'm saying? And here we are, and yeah, that's why we putting Prester John in their face, oh my naga, because we're talking King Dawi. And I dropped it also on the tube, man. Y'all just gave some great drop, man. We made you right. This is our old knowledge. They're just catching up, and that's true. But I don't ever claim this as my knowledge and this, but this is our knowledge. That is true. And you know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power, man. We wakey out of a deep sleep to pop off once again. And knowledge comes with wisdom, right? So all praise HaWah or Ama Abba, Mother, Father, Framer, and Shaper. Wait until you see what's about to walk off those ships in the sky. Uh-oh. Yeah, whose birthright? That's funny because the Khan's been dropping jewels for years. Now they want to bring it out. Thanks, brother, for bringing this out years ago. Hey, peace be unto us, peace be unto you. Shalom, HaWah. And again, this is HaWah bringing it out. They saying what we've been saying, finally, right? Because once they start talking, we know it's close. Much love. 4, 3, 2. Remember, the whole world was dark. Car. Hey, man, it's all to the G. It's all to the G. Wow. Dismount season. We made it to mental frequency dismount. Hold up, Stages. Stage these ads. And just meditate. Since we made it this far, let's just meditate on out here and press the 147. Remember, the investigation is about you connecting back with yourself, man. We're going to belly flop. This is about you connecting back to you. Hey, how the spiritual day, fair use in your caboose, fair use, copyright 107, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about mental. Uh, your mental frequency is determined by your thoughts. And Love to Jay still in the crew. I always think about him when I say thoughts because he's the first one to say, it's thought. It's thought. You know how they call it thought as well. Toot, thought, Tahuti, and all this stuff, man. So who's controlling your thoughts? These are frequencies, energy, right? All these uh, towers and emitting all these frequencies, Wi-Fi's, like our thoughts are being affected and sometimes controlled, putting us in slumber, frequencies, vibrations, sinking us into lower spirals, right? We have to forcibly command a positive thought and guard our gates. Sylvanus told Texas, guard your gates from the evil wild beasts, which are your thoughts. But your thoughts can put you in a higher frequency or lower frequency if you're meditating on it, which is determined by our thoughts. When our mind is aligned with the creator, right? Let's get this in focus, right? They see it their way, we gonna see it with a dragonfly perspective because we see clearly. When your mind is aligned with the code, with not killing your brother, with unity, pushing peace, right? Tribing up. When you're in line with the higher frequencies, now you got a dragonfly perspective. Your whole perception expands. You now see clearly. You start to get your dragon back, allowing us to access more subtle. Remember, they said they ate our dragon to get more subtle intelligence, more subtle, make their, intelligence, intellectual, more subtle. They use this word when it comes to something expanding, something being sharpened, something being, clearer. Let's go. Now you really see the truth. Come, come. So now we in the hoods with limited minds and we got limited content we're always tuning into on these socials, right? And it's making our minds and our views and our perception more narrow. We can't see outside the hood no more. We can't see our noble images. We can't see Prestor John. We can't see this. We see presidents and vice presidents, Trump and such. We don't see our noble priest con no more. Let's go. Let's talk quantum. It always goes back to quantum, and the major experiment, that double slit experiment in quantum, is showing that the observation changes the behavior of a particle, and a particle knows when it's being observed. It changes its behavior patterns. When it's being observed or measured, the particle behaves as one would think to observe a particle behaving going through those slits. It goes through one or the other slit, two slits to choose from. Which one is the particle going to go through? But when it's not being measured or observed, when you're not measuring that particle, they've proven time and time again that the particle forms a complete and total wave pattern. It hits all possibilities, all possibilities. That's why we say it's all happening. But you don't want it to be all happening. You don't want to wake up and it's all happening in your house. You know what I'm saying? That means good and bad, right? All happening. You want to wake up to a particular probability, possibility, a particular point, checkpoint that it's all good. You want to wake up in shalom. You want to wake up to a good meal and happy children, a happy wife, happy life. You know what I mean? You want to wake up to the promised land. HaWah says you observe the code, and the code knows when it's being observed like any other particle would. These are thoughts, these are energies, patterns, vibrations, knows it's being watched, and thus it hits that one possibility that it's been programmed to hit, which is paradise. That's Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 15. It's all good. Baruch when you come in, Baruch when you go out. Blessed you are when you come in, blessed you are when you come out. Blessings on blessings on blessings. That's when you observe the code. When you're not observing the code, like every other particle, like quantum, it's all happening. The full wave pattern of possibilities, good and bad. You've been subjugated, your kingdom has been taken. All this is happening based on it all happening. You've been subdued. Now a possibility because you got out of code, killing each other, stealing from each other. You know what I'm saying? Adulterous and covetous and all this, man. Bearing false witness and putting another power before your power, not honoring your Shabbat, not honoring your Amma, your Abba, putting up Most Highs in vanity, vanity on the Most High. Like, and your breath you can't have a vain breath and vain security because then you are subdued and your kingdoms are gone and you're in slavery when it's all happening. So you must observe something or else you're observing nothing. And if you're observing nothing, it's all happening. So Hawa gave us something to observe that comes out to one possibility, paradise. But it starts with your thoughts. You have to code up with yourself, meditate, clear your thoughts, guard your gates, and expel those evil wild beasts from your mind, which are your negative thoughts, and forcibly command yourself to have a positive thought because it's the difference between life and death. Every thought. Wow. Real time. It's all happening. You can change it just like that with your thinking pattern. And a whole tribe thinking positive or meditating on the law or the code of the creator to keep the most high over everything. If we all on that frequency, we are redefining our reality in real time, in battle time or not. Mm. 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 All Hawa wants us to do is become more aware of our role as projectors in our own reality. You keep the code, you have life, right? You don't keep the code, you have death. Difference between life and death. Go with it, man. Go there with me, man. Pull out your sword, man. Deuteronomy 28. We're in a Tanakh 1917. Right? So 1 through 15, it shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently. Right? We're gonna talk about observing, but no one's ever compared this observation of the law to hearkening and the observation in quantum of measuring a particle, electron, photon, proton, whatever. The same observation there that's being watched, measured, you know what I'm saying, or the same fact that the particle knows is being observed. Now you have the law, the voice, the sound, the frequency of the creator, right? That knows when it's being watched or observed. Observation is everything in quantum and it's everything in your reality because it puts you on a certain mental frequency, spiritual frequency. Now you're surfing a wave. Now you tribing up. We don't even have to meet each other to be on the same frequency, right? To be a tribe, Khan. And we're still working together by keeping our positive thoughts, by meditating on a code, by keeping a high vibration, because it's changing our collective reality in real battle time, man. That's how you win the war. Not by fighting with guns and rocket launchers in the Matrix per se, you know what I'm saying? But in flipping the whole scene up, changing the entire board, changing the entire flow, man. Just literally uprooting everything with your thoughts. Just by having positive energy, you are now bringing that land back to you, right? You're bringing that shalom back to your tribe. You bring yourself back to the promised land. And you're doing it as a tribe, whether I'm in New York and you in California and the homies in Texas. We doing it together in real time with positive thinking, high mental frequency. And to establish that, HaWah gave us a code to meditate on to keep our frequency high. Instead of being in demon time and drilling and drill music, man, we have tribal music. You know what I'm saying? We in HaWah time. That energy shapes our reality, Khan. Just like demon time shapes our reality. More death, more destruction. To observe, to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that HaWah, your power, will set you high above all the nations of the earth. So all you had to do, all you have to do, because it ain't over. This is a part of the battle right now. You watching this, you in it right now. I'm asking for positive thinking. You know what I'm saying? We ain't asking for you to do a bunch of stuff and tribe up with us here and give us this and that. No, we just saying, man, tribe up and keep the code. And if we want to build and you want to, you know what I'm saying, be there for this and for that, that's cool. But my naga, all we ever ask of our cons is to keep the code, con, because that's the best you can do for me, for you, for yourself, for everybody, man. So that's how you get set high above all the nations. And this ain't no racism. Oh, you racist. You guys think you're racist. Yada, yada, yada. Well, they just found the copper color races here. They must be important. You took the con, but we were originally set up to be high above all the nations. Oh, man, we got a lot of drop up. Set you high, but that's not racist. That's HaWah's hierarchy. That's HaWah's order. That's called order, to be high above the nations. That's why Prestor is the king of all the kings of the earth. Doesn't it make sense to you now? He's the king of all the kings, highest of the kings of the earth, and you're set high above all the nations. And all these blessings shall come your way, right? Overtake you. You ever been overtaken by Baruch blessings? If thou shalt hearken or observe, right? Unto the voice, the sound, the frequency of wow, right? Baruch shall you be in the city, man. Baruch shall you be in the field. Baruch shall you be the fruit of your body. Ain't that all we want? Our children? Baruch shall be the fruit of our land, the fruit of our cattle, the increase of our kind, the young of our flock. Baruch shall be your basket and kneading trough. Baruch shall be. Shall thou be when you come in, man. Baruch shall you be when you go out, man. Because HaWah will cause your enemies that rise up against you to be smitten before you. Didn't he say about King David that I will destroy, I will make the enemies, your footstool? I will bash them into pieces. Didn't HaWah say that about David's enemies? And they took that and flipped it. And they said, oh, that's what HaWah does for Israel's enemies. That's what HaWah does for David's enemies. Well, you know what we're going to do to the enemies of our anointed? We're going to bash them into pieces. Take their things, take their goods and possessions and put them into perpetual slavery and give everything to their successors. I mean, descendants, boss. Con. I said, Con. But Hawa, for Hawa's enemies that rise up against you, man, they're going to be smitten, right? Bashed into pieces. They shall come out against you one way, shall flee before you seven ways. Blessings, blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. And then after 15, right? But if you don't, if you will not observe, then now it's going to be all happening and you're going to get these curses. You're going to get these curses, right? So we see what it is. You observe, you have a different reality than when you don't observe for the dismal. So it leads us to what? It leads us to meditate on our code, leads us with freedom, man. Hawa. Mm. Okay. Okay, okay. Hold up. Hold up. 'Cause my reality is that hijacks are everywhere. Eating chicken for no for the dismal. Okay, so everybody says meditate, meditate, but really, Hawa says meditate on the law, right? Meditate on my law. So it's not just meditate, breath work, which is very, very beneficial, but to breathe and have a purpose, an intention to code up and be a code keeper and to put no power before your power, to meditate on no power before your power. That's how you access these points. That's how you access these higher frequencies. Observing and meditating and being present in what you're observing and your intention to tribe up and put no power before Hawa. Uh, Yes, to perceive later. Okay. See, I call Cap right here, man. We got to dig on this hemisphere synchronizations, man. But do you think it was naturally, what they say, naturally out of sync, or do you think they put us out of sync with their hijack frequencies and GMO foods and chemtrails in the sky. Do you think that's natural for these two hemispheres of your brain to be out of sync or out of coordination, or are they putting us in that with the 440 hertz? Uh-huh. So when you're back in that 432, you back to the one. You have to forcibly get there, right? Positive thought, or you put that 432 music on, man. Look out, man. We're coming with the brand new 432 app. It's gonna be, what I mean, even more connectivity for the cons. But we want to keep that frequency for you. We got products, man. We thinking of it's gonna be crazy, man. Just have fun, because the wave is about to become a tsunami. Mm, mm-hmm. Back, back. So, what are your intentions? What are your desires? What do you want to experience? If you say, I want to keep the code and not kill my brother, and you meditate on what I'm saying, being one with your brother and sister and building with your brother and sister and being triumphant, and getting your land back, you know what I'm saying? And no one's stealing it. And just having a kingdom where everything is, what I'm saying, pure water. Meditate on that, man. These are your experiences. This is your intention, right? What are your intentions? This creates your reality. If you're doing this daily, we're gonna have times, man, where we just have like a little meditation hour where we set our intentions, and they're always the same, man. Most over everything, keeping the code. Meditate on the code, we do it together, man, and just see how powerful that is in reshaping our personal reality and our tribal reality, my night. Wow. To see, I'll be seeing you. To see, clearly, to see. So you get your frequency right, Managa. Simple and plain, you get your dragon back. And with your dragon, you win the war every time. But without your dragon, you don't have no sight because you don't got no light. But and by definition, you are the one with the deadly glance, the one with the paralyzing sight. Because once you see clearly, it's deadly to the hijack. It's paralyzing once you see clearly. Because it's the year. Ain't this the Chinese year of the dragon? Is this why we are all seeing clearly, perceiving? Hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. That seems like what we stuck in here, right? Mental frequency. Huh? You get your dragon back, which reminds me, this is why they couldn't find the cities of gold in some of these places because they're literally vibrating on a whole nother reality, Manak, which we tap it back into. Come on. Mm. Hey, man, you embarking on this journey with me, man. Love the spiritual dive. I think I said spiritual Dave earlier. Spiritual dive, man. Hey, man. It's a spiritual process, man, and it's strictly for my tribe, man. Because we are natural by law, man. I said it's strictly for my tribe. Hey, man, y'all ready to surf the wave of natural by law for the dismount? You got the factor, man. Yeah, man. Are we eating? Are we eating? Okay, now we eating? Yeah, we eating then, man. We eating, man. Natural by law. Take the weed for real. Let go, let go. 4, 3, 2. Flat frequency. Woo. Drive. Nation. Nagarville. For real. Wow. Real. Wow. 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 Woo. Natural. Woo. 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 Natural by, ladies and gentlemen, natural by law. Y'all go over here right now, man, and go dig, man. The con drop, I want to say about 12 tracks, 9 tracks. He dropped a gang of tracks recently, man, within the last couple strong, man. So go support it. Get in there, man. Blow it up, man. Blow up this channel, man. Make sure he feels the support of the cons as he's dropping in 432 hertz frequency. My Naga, love to all the cons and tribe of music, man. Tribal Mafia, man. Five Eyes, Ma, MHOE, Ma. The ambassador, man. Go get in the classroom, man. Go get that tribe of music playlist, man. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the flow, man. And just remember, man, you are natural and by law, man. We did it again. Managa, we did it again. We slicing and dicing. We talking about some things. Make sure you in the class, man. Yeah, man, them cyber trucks, man. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Y'all telling me, man. Having a good time. Chef Caddy popping off, slicing and dicing. Woo. Yeah, how you do this? Cause you know the pomegranate is the Riman in Hebrew. It's called Riman, like the Rimani. And the Rimon or the Roman comes from the pomegranate. And Moses and them had to, Caleb and Joshua and them had to show that they was in the promised land by finding the pomegranagas, granada, right? So the pomegranates play heavy with the promised land. And we can't talk promised land without talking pomegranate. And we can't talk pomegranate without talking my wife, my queen over here slicing and dicing, man. The pomegranate seeds, man. Chef Candy, man. Y'all go show Chef Candy some love, man. You hella fresh is, at your door. The queen is, putting together her plan to get some fresh meals to the tribe, man. No matter where you at, we're working on it because we need it. And the queen is just truly popping off. So y'all go hit up you hella fresh on the IG. Cause you hella fresh, man. Cause you hella fresh. Chef Candy is the Condi. Chef Condi is the chef of the cons, man. Popping off. And no matter how they trying to bring your vibration down, you know, all this spraying in the sky, of course, it's gonna trigger whatever and affect whatever. We gotta keep forcing positive thoughts, man. We gotta terraform this place, man, into the reality of the promised land we know we truly exist in, right? We gotta raise our vibe because this is trying to keep us in that dense flow. They're trying to take our dragon away. They're trying to take our light away so that we can no longer see clearly, my noggin. Hey, this has been your 147th installment of your Prestor John investigation, man. Halal HaWah to the tribe, man. Halal HaWah to the entire Khan dynasty, man. He's surfing away with us. Please understand at all times, man, that we, my Naga, are, surfing away with you. And it gets no realer, it gets no clearer that we are in India Superior. And somewhere around here in India Superior, there's unicorns, boss. You know what I mean? So, the horn of my salvation, we know already, that it connects back to Israel, back to the land. And we can see it on this map or that map. We will come back and, do a more extensive flow on Prestor John and the connection between the unicorns and the land of Prestor John, man. Just look out for it, man. Just look out for us and know that, hey, ain't no cap, ain't no cap on Antarctica's chest bone, man. And, that's just what it is. And that's just what it's going to be. Hey, shalom to the Khan dynasties. Stay up. Choose up. Tribe up. Alive. Wow. Drop Nation.